mistakes people make. Here you could make a mistake by challenging my pot bet, and it checks on a button I should make a bet on a bomb pass. It's a little bit strange because it was a bomb pass. He challenges it, he may have made a mistake. Yeah. We're not going to bet again, but we may overbet the rib. Yeah, we're going to overbet the rib. Yeah, he called. I guess he did not make a mistake. I may have made a mistake. I thought you would have done something more with a pair of tens, either on the flop, on the turn, or on the river. He just checked it 3 times, yeah. I'm a little bit surprised he played it like that, yeah. In a bomb pot, you should bet, second pair, yeah. But he got me to make a mistake by betting the flop, yeah. I think that was a mistake, betting the flop. It cost him about 10 cents, yeah. We'll get him to make a similar mistake in the next 5 minutes. He may make a mistake against my 60 big blind stack. I don't like that he won that, yeah. I thought I would win with that overbet. Raise here. He may make a mistake against a bad hand being raised. He may play too tight. He may have played too tight there. Now we have a new player. We've already played this guy in the last 4 hours. We've already played Dixon in the last 4 hours. We'll fold when we bet there. I could make a mistake by calling there and betting the river or something. I didn't want to get into where I may need to bet the river against him. Here it will 3-bet, and he may make a mistake against my 3-bet by not playing his strong hands. By not playing his strong hands, Dixon could have made a mistake against my 3-bet by not playing his strong hands for value enough, by not playing them kind of far enough. But that's, I don't know how likely it is that he's going to do that, but that was a potential mistake, so yeah. It is important to expose that in 3-bet pots. We'll fold to that guy with a 6. I don't want to go up against him right now. He probably would not have made a mistake against a 6. They can make a mistake against a 60 big blind stack. They're used to bigger stacks. Why else did I 3-bet ace jack? I think how he calls it with hands like 7-8 suited, he does not make mistakes, yeah. But against a flop continuation bet, he may call 2 loose when I have an ace or a jack, yeah, or when I have 3 aces, yeah. But that one is unknown whether he makes a mistake doing that, yeah. He needs to call very wide pre-flop, which he may not do. There he just folded pre-flop, yeah. My 3-bets are pretty powerful, yeah. Because I play well after the flop, and people know that, yeah. Even that, with that overbet on the river, he knows I play pretty well, yeah. He got lucky, he thinks, to win $4 there, yeah. We'll still fold the T-picker there with a 7. We'll re-raise him maybe next hand or something, yeah. don't think he's raising necessarily that wide, maybe 30%, yeah. You don't need ace-6 or h7. Here we'll check a 3 and see what they do, but we'll bet the turn with it. We may have the best hand on a bomb pot. If they bet, it'll be interesting, call or fold. Dixon can make a mistake by betting there. That turn we're not going to bet, yeah. We'll just give it up if they bet it. If Dixon bets the turn, we'll give it up, yeah. Yeah, it's 10 cents, so we'll call. I don't think we have the best hand, though. Yeah. Maybe they check it and we win? Unlikely, yeah. Oh, we win half the pot. That's fine. Pretty good. We'll raise this one since we won that pot. Yeah, since we won half that pot, we'll raise this one. Dixon could make a mistake here with his good hands by not playing them strongly enough on flop, turn, and river. Again, we tried to expose it there. King 8 there. Yeah. Meaning my hand is not that strong, but deceptive, yeah. Those are thin, but you can make a big mistake for several dollars on the river, yeah. By like not betting the flop and only betting turn and river with like a pair of aces, where he's got ace-king, yeah, that's a relatively strong hand. I guess I'm referring to more sets or something that he's going to make a mistake with. But sets, he'll probably bet the flop with. We'll raise queen-jack here against two not particularly known players. A 3-bet will call with queen-jack, yeah. I'm targeting P-picker with a 3-bet. I'll call and see what he does on the flop, on which flop, and what he does leading out the flop, yeah. Let's see the size of his bet here and the timing. Yeah, because he did 10 cents before. He bets 30 cents. We'll call here and bet the river. If he bets the turn, he can have it, yeah. But now we have a draw. Now it's interesting. I'm going to bet if he checks me. If he checks me, so I'm going to bet it. Because I have a draw, yeah. Here I could win like this. Yeah, we do. Pretty good. We got a 3-bet pot away from him. That's important. Yeah, it's good to see him. Good to see this in this video. I don't think he made a mistake there. Yeah, I don't think he made a mistake 3-betting or betting 30 cents on the flop. But he could have made a mistake if I hit my draw. He did not have a pair, so he never check-called the turn, yeah. Could have exposed him to a mistake, but there was no mistake that I saw there. He played it pretty well, where I could have folded the flop. He could have bet the turn if he wanted to, yeah. He just let me have a draw, and then I bet my draw, yeah, and he folded. Pretty well played, yeah. But, what? I am a better player than him, I think, so maybe he should not be in 3-bet pots with me. Yeah, when I can have that draw. Here, I'm going to call with 8-9 suited, but he'll probably win with a continuation bet. I'm probably not going to call here. Yeah, he needs to check, and I'll check. Yeah, we'll get to the river. I guess I'll call here because he's betting slowly. I'll call and see if I hit a 2-pair on the turn. The way he bet it, I thought that I could win this either on the river or on the turn. If he bets the river, I'll probably fold, yeah. He just made a relatively small bet weakly, so maybe I can win, and I do win, yeah, look at that. Pretty good. This is a pretty good video so far. I'm winning a couple hands now. We're going to 3-bet Dixon here. I think it's hard to play against him on a 3-bet. I think he's opening about 25% on the cutoff, yeah. It's hard to play against him. He's folded there. It's pretty good. I got called there. I should be able to make a continuation bet, but I don't know if I'm a winner of this, yeah. Yeah, we do win. That's pretty good. Against Dixon, I would not have made a continuation bet. He'll raise King 7 suited. Trying to play pots against all 3 of these people. Against Dixon also, yeah. There I'm not sure what kind of mistakes he would make, but I feel like he is overmatched and I have a pretty decent hand. he picked it to the 3-bet, that would have been a mistake without a pretty good hand, yeah. I would have folded. If Dixon 3-bet, I would have folded, but that would not have been a mistake for Dixon. If Len 3-bet, maybe I would have 4-bet. With a suited hand, yeah. He'll touch a queen on the river, or call, or maybe even raise it or something. Yeah, we'll just call here. I think we win it. Oh, we got raised. Now I think we're going to lose. Yeah. I'll call it. Oh, we win. Now I got back to $10. Pretty fortunate one. I've seen Len before, and he could call with all kinds of hands against a 3-bet. Yeah, he could call with pair of threes. He could call with like King 7 or something, yeah. So it's very important, the continuation at the flop and potentially also the turn and the river, or just continuation at the flop and then bet the river, maybe over bet, yeah. Important to put pressure on him when he does that, yeah. In a 3-bet pot, he is going to think you have aces, I think, yeah. When you play it like aces, yeah. So he will raise. He will call a 3-bet from both of them. That guy calls, Len calls, and here we're not going to continuation. But yeah, we'll just let him have it if he gets the time. I will bet the river here. I gotta do mistakes that he's making. He did not make a mistake. Yeah, I'm gonna bet this river, as I said. That's not a good hand, a bum pass. Maybe a decent hand heads up against Dixon. Yeah, we'll call 20 cents, but we're not gonna win this call, yeah. That's a good card on the river. Might call a bet. Yeah, they might try to represent him, but not doubt that. Yeah, that makes sense. We've had reasonable hands. We haven't had an ace or anything with. We hit some board, I think. We were able to get away with continuation bets, yeah. We just lost a hand to Dixon, where I overbet the river. And he called in a bomb pot. Yeah, it was a heads-up bomb pot, where I overbet the river without much. And he called with a second pair. It doesn't really matter, but I think he continues to see me as a person who kind of is difficult to play against, yeah. And we can build off of that by making plays that are difficult to win against. Basically capitalizing on his mistakes, yeah. Which I'll not discuss too much, but maybe we'll check on that. We did a pretty good 30-minute video. About 15 minutes. 14 minutes. Now four-handed. That's good for me that it's four-handed. They might make more mistakes like that. Now we've had some bad hands. Now it's overblowing. I'm not going to cut and edit this video. It'll probably just be 30 minutes. Here I'll raise, but I would not have free bet Dixon here with a 6. I feel like he picks up that I free bet with a 6 here too much. He could have forced a mistake on me if he bet strongly on the Turner River, let's say. Here you should bet against T-Picker, basically for value, but also to get him to fold all kinds of hands that he may make a mistake folding. He should call there with, there's gut shots, yeah. I'm not that powerful on the Turner River, and a lot of cards are bad for me, but he could make a mistake by folding hands that have like 20% equity, it's a tiny mistake, because it's hard to play on the Turner River when you call there with less than a 6, but worst hand could be a mistake to fold there. He may have made that mistake, or he may have had absolutely nothing, which was not a mistake to play pre-flop or fold the flop with. Just a limp spot. We'll play slowly. This is just giving up on a miss. You don't need to be winning this spot, though. Against T-Picker, I needed to win that pot with a 6 when I had a pair of 6s. Dixon opening, not that wide though. Yeah. But wide enough that you can play a lot of hands against in a small blind. Hero 3 there. Hard to play against my 3 bet though. Hard to play against also for T-Picker and length. I'll get it all in with him here. Yeah, if he's 4 bet. No, he's just fold. Pretty easy. He could have made a mistake by 4 betting a worse hand. Did he make a mistake? I think he would, yeah, given how he played. Given that he called me on the river when I had nothing in a bomb pod, yeah. I think he would 4 bet a worse hand. You know, every mistake. But so far, he has not made mistakes that were identified. Yeah, not yet. There's just potential mistakes he might make, and that's the subject of this video. We have been targeting him because I think that call on the river is something that he'll make mistakes with that kind of style. Given the last 20 hands we've played against him, I think that there is kind of uncertainty that he has in every mistake made. There is domain for mistakes. If we don't win a bunch of money in this video, we'll probably delete it. I like that I went down in the first 10 hands. three-handed bomb pot. That's probably good for me. We'll bet the turn here. I wouldn't mind heads up against one of these things. You know, P bigger better now. I would play 8-6 and 8-7, but I folded king 4. I just thought I could make a mistake with king 4 though. This is a pretty good hand to raise that they don't expect, basically under the gun. I should not make a mistake here by playing it against any of these players. P picker is calling maybe the same as what I have. His range is wide, yeah. Continuation bet here, hitting a pair. If we did not hit a pair, maybe we would not continuation bet. It is important that we have a little pair. He does suspect that I am bluffing. Did he make a mistake there? No, he played it right. Call with something like 8-7 suited, and then folded a flop that's difficult to play against me. He's doing alright. If he called there, could have been a mistake. If he's trying to like beat me on the river or something, yeah. If he hit that flop, then he should have called, yeah. But it was not a mistake to fold if he hit that flop, yeah. He could have even folded, let's say, Queen 8, and it would not have been a mistake. So not many mistakes there, yeah. I did not force a mistake there, but you could have forced a big mistake on the river in a pot where I hit a straight or a flush. Yeah, probably a pot where I hit a flush, you could have forced a big mistake on the river. Against like J Dog, let's say. Yeah, this is a similar hand to that, yeah. We're not going to 3-bet Dixon, we'll probably just fold to him. But we'll open if they fold to me. Yeah, we'll fold to Dixon. I think he expects me to have specifically 10-6 suited. The other players maybe expect that I'm a little bit aggressive, so it's hard to not make a mistake against those two with 10-6 suited when you miss a turn, let's say. When you miss the flop and the turn, yeah. You might bet the flop and the turn, and maybe a mistake either on the turn or on the river when they expect you to have 10-6 suited, or when they expect you to be aggressive. Yeah, Dixon expects me to have 10-6 suited. This one will raise, and they may make a mistake against an ace that has a reasonable kicker. With hands like 10-9, yeah. They both call, both blinds call. We'll check here because I think they could be checking a good hand. Yeah, we'll give it up. That's not a good card. Not a good turn card for me, so it's really easy to give it up. This one will raise again. They might make a mistake when I hit a flush on the river. It's good that that got called. Another call is fine. Yes, so the button and the small blind called. And here we will bet this flop. And 50% chance they let me win. It looks like I have an ace, yeah. Now we'll give it up since he called, yeah. We're not going to bet the river or anything, yeah, I'll just let him win. I could have made a mistake. I could have made a mistake by betting the turn or river then. His call is that he suspects me too much, yeah, of bluffing, yeah. I just want the 50% chance that they'll fold to a flop continuation bet, and after that, I'm not doing much on that board against these players. These are not strong enough players to try to do he knows, I know, he knows. Basically, you lose money on the turn and the river by betting against this player and maybe even better players, unless you are much better than those better players. Yeah, we're down 13 big blinds. This video probably not the case. I've done a reasonable job of discussing mistakes, but I'm a little bit slow right now. We'll end this video in another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes. This is the kind of hands I needed to make a video. Ace, queen offsuit. They might make a mistake against it, not realizing I have a strong hand. Calling the button and small blind is fine, but I would have liked it only on the button. We'll check here because I'm not confident in my hand. And the small blind may have something that I don't want. So the button bet, now I have a pretty strong hand. I think we are ahead of him here. We'll call the flop. That's a good card for me. We'll call the turn. And that's a good card for me. We'll call the river. You cannot really check raise the river, I don't think. Yeah. You checked it. Yeah, and we win. I wanted to check call the river then. The way he was betting is that he may have the nuts, yeah. I could have let out the river, but what? I feel like he bets often on the river. Just from experience, I think he bets often, and I wanted to check call, but he could have check raised there too. He probably would not call. Yeah. I just wanted to check call. But now in retrospect, it seems like he should have let out the river, and maybe he would have called. He should have let out for like $2 maybe. Yeah. Did I make a mistake? No, but he also did not make a mistake. He bet twice with a reasonable hand, yeah. And he should not have bet the river with that hand, yeah. Here we called on the big blind with king queen. We'll give it up. Did I make a mistake there? No. I did not catch anything against a player who suspects that I am kind of, we'll call it here king 10 suited. A player who suspects that I am not solid. Here we missed, so we'll give it up. Some of these hands you just have to give up when you miss, yeah. You're not getting any money or profit expectation from bets on this flop turn or river. Another pretty good hand, that's good for the video. 3-bet Dixon, probably not. Oh, open. Again, we're targeting J. Doug, who thinks that I'm not good. Another good hand for the video. Well, 3-bet Dixon. And call that player. Here we'll raise the 5 big blind. Pretty good. Karimi will make a mistake against me calling, yeah. He calls, I'll probably check here. He might make a mistake betting the turn. He leads it. That I think is strong. He probably did not make a mistake. So I'm going to fold from him. Another ace. Against a better player would not fold the flop there. J. Doug probably made a mistake calling on a button. Karimi would make a mistake calling in a big blind. They both made a mistake, I think, yeah. I did not hit a queen, so their mistakes, yeah, they're not going to regret. I'll just check it. They don't think very highly of me. We'll fold here. On a check through, maybe I would do something, but when I got bet 11 high, we just missed a bunch of flops. This video probably will not be posted. Yeah, we missed a bunch of flops with pretty good hands, yeah. We'll end this video at 40 minutes. I could have made a mistake getting involved with either ace-queen. Yeah, I did not want to make a mistake. Getting involved, basically on the turn with either ace-queen. Calling the flop bet from J. Doug in the last ace-queen hand, that probably would not have been a mistake. But you're doing it because you have an edge on the turn or river. I could have made a mistake on the turn or river, and so calling could have been not a good idea. But just to call on the flop against J. Doug is probably fine. It's just that you have to know what to do on a turn river card that is not good for you and is good for J. Doug. I could have made a mistake on a card that is good for J. Doug. A card like a 2 that misses everything, yeah. Would have been good for J. Doug. He could have bet the turn big, yeah. And I would not know whether to check raise or not. Not bad. We might make $1. We'll start off by checking. They could make a mistake against me checking. Now that it goes all in, that's pretty good. I'll raise, so I think they could make a mistake against the raise. By going all in, I'll do a mistake. Call here with ace-4 suited against a player who I've seen play, and I have not noticed anything remarkable. We'll fold on his raise. This video will not be posted yet. I call with ace-4 suited because he could make a mistake, and I hit a flush on the flop. He can make a mistake for a couple of dollars, yeah. They're being too suspicious of me, yeah. That's just one example of mistakes he makes there, yeah. And it's worth it to call 17 cents for that, yeah. Raise this, they could make a mistake that I don't call a 3-bet with king jack offsuit. That's an interesting mistake. And a 3-bet probably would make that mistake, yeah. There's a 3-bet, I don't call with king jack offsuit. Yeah, but they may think I do. They play too aggressively against aces, yeah. And you have to raise that if you're raising aces also. Go to 45 now. 39.47 right now. Yes, here we're not getting involved in this. Bomb pot 600. That's a 3-bet from a guy who 3-bets often. We're going to call him and try to make a play against him. He could make a mistake against me calling his 3-bet out of the blind. when I did not have money in the pot yet. Yeah, I'm calling this through. He could make a mistake against us. Here was a trade. We missed that board, and yeah, he makes a relatively strong one-card pot continuation bet for 1100. Decent hand to call a guy who's 3 bets off. I would not have really called him if I was the original raiser. Because he expects I got a call, does not expect that you should start the call. Could have made a mistake if I hit something like 3 tens or let's say 2 pair. He could have made a mistake that I have, let's say, ace kings. That's an important mistake that he could make. And for me, it just costs 60 cents. I feel like I'll win enough on the turn, let's say, when he checks the flop and I have a pair. I'll win enough on the turn by betting that 60 cents can be expended there. Try to get him to make a mistake for a couple of dollars, yeah. A mistake that's worth a couple of dollars in a pot that's $10 just from one stack. A $20 total pot, yeah. Yeah, we're going to end this video at 45 minutes. It's not that great of a video. I lost money in this video. So, if you're seeing it on YouTube, it's because I don't have any other videos. Let's see if this brings anything. Yeah, it's a good hand against Dixon. He does not expect me to have King Jack. If he raises, I'll call. He just limps? Yeah, so we'll check it. This is not that important. I'm 3 spades or what I'm having. Not that we don't need to discuss that King Jack. Would have been interesting if he raised, yeah. I would have been maybe even with him. We'll end this video next hand on the button. A good idea to raise that guy with ace-8 suited, because I can play well from the button against a wide call. He expects him to bluff here, so I'm going to check. Let's see what he does on the turn. Yeah, he bets it. I guess I'll fold. Yeah, I didn't play that all that strongly against him. Yeah. Relatively strong bet timing-wise. He'll play another hand, and I'll end the video. A 3-bet will call this, but we're not going to do much against it. At least $2 in this video. Yeah, here we'll let him win on the flop. He bets a good amount, so I think he's had hands, yeah. He's been relatively strong. I'd like to see him check, yeah. If he checks, I'll still check there myself. That's a pretty good turn bet. Now we'll call a turn bet. We're not going to do much more there. We're just going to straight it. If he checks, I'll check it, and I'll bet the river maybe. He's relatively weak, and we hit a straight. This is pretty good. It might be a pretty good video. You could make a mistake here against the bet on the river. I think he played it pretty well by three betting and then checking the flop, but the turn maybe he should have bet. So yeah, we're gonna end this video.